So it's Saturday, October 2nd. I'm up here on the upper reaches of the base of the White Chuck Glacier. And I also just came off of Glacier Peak, which you can see there in the distance. The climb was a very long 1 hour or 1 day's worth of hiking, climbing, everything. I was up there on the summit. Right now it's about 3 o'clock. I was up there at 1. It took me about 8 hours to get up there from the trailhead. That's 10,500 feet. But basically, I want to turn your attention to the glacier here. The lower reaches of the White Chuck Glacier. We're near the terminus of the glacier, and there's a lot of really cool glacial features to look at. We've got some longitudinal crevasses here. We're down in the zone of ablation, which is below the zone of accumulation. And also at the terminus, you can see here where this glacier originally was going up and over this section of rock here, and you can see the striations which show the direction of the flow of the glacier, which was actually that way downhill. So there's a lot of really cool stuff to look at. Now, in terms of climate change, this glacier is also receding very fast. It's almost just turning into a cirque glacier. But there's a number of things that scientists are doing now to look at these glaciers and look back in the climate records as well. They usually go in and drill ice cores into the glacier. And even at this point, looking kind of down towards these crevasses, you can see various layers of the ice, which fell as snow at first but turned into ice. And they basically can look at a number of different things. They can look at the CO2 air bubbles that come out of that ice, and they can kind of look at see how much CO2 is in the atmosphere back then. They can also look at a variety of other chemicals and things in the air, such as the nitrogen, oxides, and some of the other things we talked about in class, sulfur oxides. And they, can also look at just how much snow fell over time. They can look at the different layers, looking at different seasons and what the climate was like a long time ago, depending on how thick the glacier was. And on some glaciers, maybe not here in the United States, but ones like in the Himalaya and other places, some of these climate records, like in Alaska as well, go back thousands of years. This might go back a few hundred years, maybe more. So there's some really cool things to look at here, up here on Glacier Peak.